Welcome back to Mikilla of Life. My name is Amber, and today we're going to be talking about movement. So in my last health update, I talked about my goal still remains to be 7,000 steps a day, and I was surprised that my phone was saying I was averaging like 65 or 68 a day. And it occurred to me that I may be getting extra steps while I crochet. So if you didn't know that, if you have an Apple Watch and you crochet or knit or do things like that, sometimes you can get steps. So I decided to do an experiment. So we're going to do a week of steps. So I'm going to take off my watch whenever I crochet. And this is a Monday. And we'll see what my steps look like this evening. And I have a feeling I'll need to go for a walk in order to get anywhere near the 65, 68, or 7,000 steps. So let's see how it goes. It is 11:24 and my steps are currently 622. So it's Monday about 7 o'clock and my watch currently says 4,184. So as expected, my crocheting has been adding to my steps. So West and I are heading over to our local gym to go walk in the
indoor track
air conditioning minus the mosquitoes that are currently swarming our neighborhood. So I'll check back in at the end of the day. It's the end of Monday night and I am ending at 7,333 steps with the help of our walk together. So goal accomplished. Welcome to Tuesday afternoon. It is 1:20 and my watch says I have gotten 760 steps. So this morning was a different kind of morning. I had an extensive doctor's appointment and so just spent a lot of time sitting and talking and riding in cars. So today is really like now is about the start of my day. I'm signing into work. I'm going to start delivering groceries. And I predict we'll need to go for a walk this evening. So let's see how we do. It's 10:18 on Tuesday evening and my steps are registering at 2,901. So needless to say, we did not go for a walk after dinner. So that's how Tuesday ends. Welcome to Wednesday. It's 2:53 in the afternoon and I'm getting ready to go into an appointment, and currently my steps are 1,464. It's another one of those days where I have appointments and not a lot of movement. So we'll see how Wednesday ends. It is Wednesday at 10:20 p.m. and my step count is 3,227. So better than the previous day, but still not anywhere near the 7,000. It is 9:47 at night on Thursday and my steps are reading 5722. I definitely worked longer today, a lot more walking around stores, collecting groceries and delivering. So that is my activity. We did not go for a walk after dinner because I was so tired from working during the day. So let's see how I do on Friday. It is Thursday night at 11 o'clock and my steps are 7,580. That included a very busy afternoon of work, lots of running around and walking around stores, but it also included a walk with West, which was very nice. So, yay us. It is 8:18 on Sunday morning. So yesterday we took a road trip. As you can see, I'm in a hotel room. And we weren't expecting to get a lot of steps, but we were taking our dogs. So it turns out when you take your dogs, you are forced to go on lots of walks. So amazingly, after an 8-hour road trip, I ended the day with 4,194 steps. So that's promising because today we have another 8-hour drive back home with the dogs. So I would hope to get similar. So we shall see. It is 10:44 on Sunday evening and my step count is 2,977. I did adjust that down some for crocheting because this evening when I sat down I forgot to take off my watch. So Obviously, the ride home, we didn't stop and walk the dogs as much as we did on the way there. So I will tune in tomorrow to give my thoughts and summary for this week. Okay, it's Monday morning. I've gotten some sleep. It's 10:43 in the morning, and I'm reflecting on my week of steps this last week. And if you add up all my numbers, my daily average was 4,837. So definitely not at my goal of 7,000, which I figured as much when I got some 2,000 step days. And honestly, it's hard to make this video because I look at it and go, I'm failing. Why am I recording the fact that I'm failing? And what's the point? And just a lot of depressive thoughts, but that's actually been all this morning. So my conclusion is my watch is definitely adding steps when I crochet. So I definitely need to take off my watch during my crocheting time. And I want to get back to an intentional walk every day because I know the days that we went for a walk, my steps were better. They weren't always perfect, but they were closer to my goal than when we didn't go for a walk. So this next week, my goal is to walk to re-implement a daily walk, whether that's after dinner with West, which is what our norm has been, but that's kind of hard to be completely consistent on because there's a couple nights we have activities outside the home. So after dinner, we're gone. So on those days, I have to intentionally go for a walk earlier in the day by myself. So that is my plan for the week, this coming week. And I had just really planned on doing this just out of curiosity, a week of steps to see what it looked like. I didn't know if it was going to be a continuing thing. My thoughts were like maybe once a week check-in. No, sorry. Maybe once a month check-in and see how I'm doing with my steps. So that was the first week in August. So how about in September, we do another daily vlog of my steps and see how I've come along. But until then, between now and then, I will work on reincorporating my walks. So what are you doing to keep moving and keep the things that you have and not lose them? As my grandma used to say, use it or lose it. So I want to remain active, remain flexible, remain energetic, which is not how I'm feeling this morning. But I also had to tell myself this is the morning after a long weekend of traveling, and I never really feel wonderful after traveling. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day and you find ways to move your body. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.